When you bring the jab back, you're gonna come probably right halfway and then turn it again. But each time you're gonna be stepping with your foot. Boom, 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 boom. All right, bam, bam, boom, like that, okay? Press here, and now the other one comes here, boom. So I'm jabbing here, and then coming back here, boom, and turning again. Hello, morning everyone. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, really appreciate it. Shout out to all the subscribers. Welcome along anybody new. Gratitude to all. This video, we're going to be talking about the double jab. Very important weapon, very powerful tool to have in your arsenal. There are a few steps you need to know about. When you bring the jab back, you're gonna come probably right halfway and then turn it again. In this video, I'm gonna show you the beginner. This double jab isn't necessarily for straight, complete beginners. Excuse the helicopter. But, you know, it's a very powerful weapon to have. And, you know, there are some simple steps that you can do today to be able to obtain a double jab. We're going to talk about what it is, how to throw it, what mistakes you're looking for, and how to practice it. Let's go.
Boxing.
All right, fairly lovely morning this morning. I hope wherever you are, the weather's nice and the day's treating you well. So, a double jab, right? It's a really important weapon. Even if you're a beginner, if you're a complete beginner, you might want to just stick to learning some footwork and a regular jab. But it's worth watching because it's good information nonetheless, because I'm going to explain to you what it does. You know, basically I'll do that right now. A double jab is a great way to back your opponent up. It's a great way to get momentum. It's a great way to help you set up the other punches, right? But primarily, it's just a good punch, good forceful punch to keep you going in the right direction, pushing your opponent back, and then maybe something else will open up for that cross, right? Bam, bam, boom. We're going to keep it really simple today, right? There's probably a few other ways to throw a double jab, like a little quicker. But the classic version of throwing the double jab, that's what we're gonna get into right now. I'm gonna bring in some clips from the gym to show you from different angles about the particular part of a double jab, which we'll get into right now. I'm gonna zoom in and show you, because the footwork element, connecting with your hand, right? When you press off the back foot is important. We're gonna get into that as well. But let me zoom in and I'll show you what a big part of the double jab is. So a big part of the double jab, right? When you throw a single jab as if you would normally, you are going to step with it, and I'll bring up some footage in a minute. But when you push the jab and you turn it, okay, obviously keeping this hand up here, when you bring the jab back, you're going to come probably right halfway and then turn it again. But each time you're going to be stepping with your foot. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And the turning is important, because you don't want to do this. Boom, that's going all the way back. That's jabbing, coming all the way back here, jabbing again. It's a little bit too long in between. You know, you might get countered. There's just no need to take that much time, right? So if I'm jabbing, I'm going to jab here, and then I've just stepped, and then I'm going to pull this back here and turn again, right? That's a really important part. I'll show you up front on. So I'm jabbing here and then coming back here, boom, and turning again. Now that's like half the distance really, as opposed to coming here, coming here, coming here. It's too slow, too methodical, too predictable. And let's get in with the footwork as well, so we can tie it all together, because basically, you know, that is essentially it. Matching your footwork with those two moves up top, keeping the good shape and foundation, and you're almost there. So as I said, you have a really good stance. You have to start with a good stance. As I say in every single video, it's so important. cannot stress that enough. I've made videos on the stance, check them out. I'll leave the link up here and in the description. But when you're here, right, I'm gonna press off the back foot here, right? Just this is where the power starts. And I just made a video about the hips and the power, right? So when you're throwing a jab, boom, like that, okay? Boom, like that, okay? Press here, and now the other one comes here, boom. I'll just move over to get these trees out the way. The timing is really important, okay? Boom, boom, right? Boom, boom. You don't have to go backwards, but I'm just showing you the synchronicity of your feet and your hands, right? Right here, as I press off the back foot, I'm gonna push this and turn it, right? And notice my foot comes forward, and then I'm gonna pull this back halfway like we said, keeping my right hand on my chin, and push it again. Boom, boom. But obviously you wanna do it a little quicker than that, because I'm just showing you to demonstrate, so it's boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. That's basically it. That's the double jab. Boom, boom. But that solid turn for the second one is really important, you know? You don't want to pour at it like this, right? You don't want to pour it like this. You want to make sure that turn is there, right? That'll get you that extra little bit of power and make that jab a bit more dominant and a bit more assertive, you know? Doing this, pouring it like that, it's not doing it. You got to push here, and as I'm turning here, boom, I'm really torquing the fist, right? Or the arm. It's called torque, it's called turning your punch over. Boom, boom. Really important when you're double jabbing. I made a video on turning the punches over. I'll leave the link up here as well. Not necessarily a beginner thing, but it's actually a bit more easier to understand and accomplish than you might realize, and it will bring a lot of value to your punches because you are generating the turn and the snap, right? And you could just practice this without your feet, right? Boom, boom. And then with your feet, step, step. So once again, right, we're gonna push off the ground here. Boom, 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 boom. If you wanted to go backwards, boom, boom. Here, a couple of little pointers, right? Keep the jab straight, right? The jabbing punch, you don't want to drop it out here, okay? This is important, keep it straight here, boom. All right, bam, bam. Synchronize it with your feet, keep it simple, and then you have a double jab, right? You got to practice a lot, and you could just do that standing outside, shadow boxing, taking one step at a time, boom, boom, and then bring the gap together when you really get that rhythm, right? Bah, bah. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And just practice a lot. Understand when you step with the back foot, that's when you push the first one, and then when you bring it back and step again, okay? I'll say that again and I'll bring in some footage from the feet too, and I'll match it up as best as I can, because connecting your feet and your hands is a really important part of the double jab. Keeping good base, keeping a good shape, keeping your chin down, keeping your right hand up here, or your left hand if you're a southpaw, right? We're gonna jab. I'm not a southpaw, so I can't really do it. Boom, boom, right? The timing, because you get the power from the feet. So when you're stepping here, I'm gonna regenerate more power by stepping again. So the step here, I got my foot here, press, 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 press. And that's it for today. Basic stuff for the double jab. Just remember, you gotta have a good stance. You gotta time when you press off the back foot, that's when the first jab goes. And when you're ready to step again, you know, this is gonna come back and boom, step again. Right, so together it's boom, boom. So you're driving forward, you're getting that energy pushing forward because your weight, you're generating your weight, you're going forward, and that double jab can really catch people off guard. It can get you in position. It can, you know, help you set up the bigger punches, the cross, right? Bam, bam, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, you could argue there's a quicker way to throw the two, or a quicker way to throw that second jab. Absolutely. But this video is just for the classic double jab. So get practicing, get out there shadow boxing, make sure you get the timing of the feet right, make sure you get that turn right, boom, boom. Don't let your arms pull out like this, right? Keep it nice and tight here, bam, bam. And that snap is what you're looking for. Anyway, that's it from me. I was making a video on the agility ladder this morning, and I had to abandon it because I realized it really wasn't for beginners. So I'm trying to work out a new version of that, but I'll have an agility ladder video up soon, and I'm gonna be in the gym on Wednesday, try and get some footage there, try and get a bit more consistency back for you guys. All right, thank you for watching as always. Peace, have a great week.
Boxing.
Knowledge.